Hello friends, my name's Emile and welcome back to some more Forza Horizon 2. Today we're continuing on with our Let's Play. This is episode 11, and in today's episode, well, we're going to be kicking things off by doing a showcase event, which we didn't do in the last episode for time constraint reasons. We are going to do that in today's episode because we need to do that in order to move on to the next destination that we need to go to. So yeah, now let's go and quickly take care of that, and then we shall go ahead and see what championship we are doing for today. Also, you may notice I've just decided to randomly getting this SLK as we smash into an Audi. I've just decided to get into this SLK for this first little leg, I guess, of today's episode. Mostly because it's a wheel spin car that we won, and I don't think we'll ever use it at any point, so yeah, I thought, sod it, let's just get the SLK out and take it for a spin. Also, it's a different car because, as you know, I do like to use a different car every episode, and that includes, you know, sort of these drivey bits as well, so, or it's going to start including the drivey bits. I know in episode 5 I just used the Land Rover that I made in the previous episode, but no, this time around I think we are going to just sort of keep using different cars. Anyways, it is called 037 versus 37, so it should be interesting. I really kind of forgot what the showcase events are in this game. So, yeah. I assume it... Oh, we're beating... Oh, yeah, I remember this one. We've got to beat hot air balloons in a mighty Lancia. Those hot air balloons, to be exact, apparently.
Alright, buddy. You need to catch up to and overtake all 37 of them to win this one.
Yep, okay. So yeah, we need to beat all 37 of these balloons, which I believe is the most opponents ever contained in a Forza motorsport race. Now, admittedly, it isn't a particularly great race, this, because, well, hot air balloons aren't particularly quick. The other issue you have with hot air balloons is, well, actually with this race in general, is the fact that, you know, it can't really be that much of a race if some of them have already started way out in front. You know, I'm sort of going off from when the last balloon left. I guess that makes sense, but yeah, it is a bit weird. Also, some of them just apparently do not want to float. But it's still a pretty cool showcase event. It's cool to see all these sort of balloons overhead. You know, because it's quite cool to race 37 things at once, I guess, even if not all of them are really there. Mind you, those hot air balloons are shifting. I will give them that. They are relatively quick. We are 20 balloon... Oh, sorry, we are 16 balloons down. We've got another 19 to pass. Apparently they all sort of cut that corner, so there you go. Mind you, I don't really imagine you can corner too much when it comes to driving a hot air balloon. I don't know, I've never been in a hot air balloon. Don't think I'd particularly want to go in something where it's literally you're in a basket and that's the only thing stopping you from falling to your death. I don't particularly like heights, so yeah, that's definitely not my sort of thing, if you ask me, but there we go. Right. Let's try and just belt it in a line here. I can see the finish line, and I can see all of the balloons sort of congregating on that one area. Yeah, you know, it's your usual showcase event, bit of a scripted finish, but it's still quite a cool visual. Again, that's what these events really are, they're cool visuals, because it makes you think it's going to be really close. And then at the last minute, you just pass past the last balloon, and then you win against all of the other balloons.
Officially faster than a balloon. Yeah, okay, so you knew that already. But this way we did an awesome race to prove it.
Yeah, whatever. Of course, we're not going to get the car because that's not how the showcase events work in this game, but we are going to get 8,000 credits, 3,000 XP, and a lovely memory to go away on. How nice is that? Alright, I guess we are heading back to the hub now, I'd imagine. Because I believe we've still got one more race to do in this... Oh, sorry, one more championship to do in this... thing. I don't know.
Alright, that's it for now in Montalino. Regroup at the hub if you're done here, and we'll move on out to the next destination.
Yes, we're heading back to Nice, apparently. Okay. Cool. So, I do like Nice. Just sort of wondering what car class I want to drive in Nice. So, we've done hot hatches and rallying in the last few episodes, so I'm probably going to avoid anything involving those sort of vehicles. Also avoid Fords, because we've used a lot of Fords. And I don't really want to... God fucking damn it. I don't really want to keep using Fords. I mean, if it was my choice, I'm absolutely fine with that, because I like Fords, but... Aren't you bright? Just fucking trying to ram me into all the fucking trees, you absolute bellend in your GTR. Fucking hate GTRs. I don't hate the GTR, I just don't particularly care for it. Also, our Volkswagen bus Beetle thing is ready for pickup, apparently, so that's cool. I guess we shall go and retrieve that at some point. Ooh. Is that a Land Rover in front of us? It is. Mighty Land Rover. Yes, because when we drove the Land Rover, it was very good. It was a mighty vehicle. Right. Let us get our way into here and decide what the hell we are doing next. Nice Messina. We did muscle cars. Should we do muscle cars? Actually, we didn't do muscle cars last time. We did supercars. Let's do the modern muscle championship. What cars have we got to use in here? Got the Camaro ZL1, which I like. The Z06 Corvette, which is a cool car. Challengers, Charger, Z28 Camaro. Ooh, the Stingray. You don't see that in many games anymore. They've kind of dropped it more recently. We've got the Super Sport, ZR1 Corvette. The Challenger, the, oh yeah, not Hellcat, another Challenger, 2015 Mustang, the 2013 Shelby, and the Viper GTS. Now, as much as I love the Viper, I don't really want to use the Viper because I've used it in all sorts of things before. I think, actually, I'm going to go for the Stingray, because you don't see the Stingray in Forza anymore, because it sort of got really replaced by the Z06. There is lots of colours for this vehicle. What colour do we want it in? Also, does it still have the unique design in this game? Yeah, it does. It has the, can I get, like, there we go. That's a bit better. I can actually see what colours I'm changing the car into. I might go for that Bondron design, because I do kind of like that. Then again, I like the blues. I actually don't hate the green. I don't really want to drive another green car in Nice, though, because I did that before. Do we go for like a red, maybe? I don't really like going for red cars usually, but I might go for a nice red. Yeah, sure, let's have that. Yeah, I was tempted by the Bondron, and I was tempted by another thing, which I've forgotten the thing of now, the green. But yeah, I already drove a green car in Nice, and I assume most people don't like green cars. I do. I love green cars, but most people don't particularly care for the colour green, so let's not upset them too much. Okay, I was about to set a waypoint, but the game's just going to tell us where to go anyway, isn't it? So, yeah, we've now got to drive up to Nice in our all-new Corvette Stingray. Of course, this car was... when it first came into Forza, this was a new car, wasn't it? The Stingray is quite an interesting vehicle when it came to like video games, because it was in an awful lot when they first... Because the C7 was a really publicised car, you know, this was going to be the big change of the Corvette, kinda. And, you know, I think Gran Turismo had a lot to do with the development of this car, you know, they had a... It was almost like the GTR when they had, like, you know, the concept version of it, they had a Black Mask version of it as well, like a promo test car. They had... We're going to go off-roading because I don't care. May as well skip out some of that. I believe it's just going on an off-road track anyway, isn't it, that road? Oh wait, it wasn't. Oh well. Sod it. We've managed to cut out a little bit of the road trip there. But yeah, this car was in Gran Turismo, the Black Mask versions and all the rest of it, and they had like the final test cars and so on. And then Forza got this car in Motorsport 5 as a DLC car, and I believe that's when the C7 model was first coming out. Yeah, I've always liked the Corvette C7 actually. It is a cool looking car. I love the way this thing looks. It's probably my second favourite Corvette. I still have a soft spot for the C4. I'm not really sure why, but the C7 is my second favourite. I love the modern day Z06. I like this version of the car as well. You know, it's all good. I do like Corvettes, actually. Maybe not as much as Vipers, just because Vipers have crazy engines. But the Corvette's a cool car, certainly. Would I drive a Corvette? I don't know, but yeah, I like them. They are interesting vehicles. We are going to get quite a lot of skill points from driving down here, apparently, which is awesome. If I can get on the motorway, it's a good idea because you know, it does build up our points for perks and stuff, which admittedly would be kind of useful. As long as I don't like crash into anything and explode into a million pieces, we should be hunky bleeding dory. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, right. Pedal to the metal, put the pedal to the floor. And I ain't see no highway chase with J. I don't know how the words of that song go. I like how the middle lane on this motorway is essentially just barren. And yes, I am calling it a motorway because guess what? We're in Europe. I can do that. I don't know what the Australians call it. I don't really care. Actually, I think Australia do call it motorway, don't they? Ooh, it is going to night time apparently here. 220,000. Ooh, actually, that is a point. Doesn't that mean we can now? Yes, fast travel anywhere. I want that because that will be very useful indeed. I won't use it for sort of this round of championships. I've got one more skill point to spend as well. Sod it, we'll have that. And then better prizes with the Horizon wheel spin, that would be kind of useful. But then after that, I think most of the perks are a little bit useless. But yeah, the what was I going to say? The perks are used that fast travel anywhere. I'm not going to use it on this sort of leg of championships because we're only on our second round through, I believe. But later on, I probably will just use the fast travel anywhere skill just because it makes life so much simpler. You know, I'm fine with showing the locations off every a couple of times as I am doing now. You know, we've only been to Nice once. We're coming back to Nice again. You get to look around Nice and see how pretty it is, but after this we are probably just gonna go for fast travel anywhere and make the episodes a lot shorter. Because, I mean, you know, there's only so much driving around and so on that you can realistically do. Also, I'm really sorry to that Jaguar. I took the rear wing off it and it looks odd without that rear wing. Also, if I could change gears, that would be lovely. Right, it only took us 13 minutes, but we are finally getting underway with the first championship. Just ram that Subaru out the way. Welcome to Nice Messina. Right, what races have we got to do in our Corvette? In our vet of Corves. The Corvette.
The Modern Muscle Championship. There's some real beasts in this bracket. Mustang, Charger, Stingray. Go on, mate. Choose a race to start the championship.
Okay, right, what have we got? We've got a cross-country race up there. Got a street race through the city. We've got a little circuit race thing. And we've got another street race over there. I think that one's going to be the best one to start us off. Oh, so yeah, we've got a wheel spin. Let's spin for a prize. Let's see what car that we don't want. Okay, 50k credits. I will take that. Right. I'm not going to do any modifications to the Corvette because it doesn't really need them. From stock it is the top of A class, so there really isn't much worth doing to this vehicle. Because if it's at the top of A class already, I mean, I could either push it into a class that it isn't comfortable in, S1 class, and in that case I may as well just use the Z06, or I can just keep it in A class and have it be pretty balanced and competitive and all the rest of it. Not that it really matters because I don't think we've ever lost a race yet in this Let's Play, but yeah, still. as we do a little bit of hooning in the Corvette. Of course, that's what Corvettes are made for, hooning. Right. Street race. The Promenade street race, I believe that was. Promenade, something like that, I don't know. It's all French, and I don't understand the French language. So. Nice Messina Modern Muscle Street Race. Event 1 of 4. We have Chargers, we have Corvette. Alright. We have got to do our usual thing, have we not? Where we've got to snap a picture of everything here. Modern Muscle class is actually one of the more bloated classes in the game, so there should be a lot of cars to snap on this particular one. Let's turn it around, and there we go. We've now photographed 60 unique cars, apparently, which is glorious. Alright, and I'm assuming we'll have plenty more cars to snap as this episode goes on. There's like a cool looking... Is that a NASCAR design on the side of that Chevy SS? I just really use the Chevy SS for something. I don't think I've ever used the Chevrolet SS for anything, really. I might have started a Horizon 2, like when I used to do my random Horizon 2 playthroughs of like Pacific Championships. I may have used the SS for one of those at some point, but like... actually I don't think so, because when I did Modern Muscle I did the GT 500 and the Corvette. I think that was when the Z06 first came out in this game. Oh yeah, that's another thing that this game got when it came out as well, the Z06 Corvette. This was one of the first games to have the new Z06 in, so there's an interesting fact. In fact, I'm not sure... does anything else have the Z06 in it? Maybe like some mobile games, but I don't really care about mobile games, so yeah. Let's try and get up the Fast and Furious Challenger. Maybe I should have used that thing. I think I'll use one of the Fast and Furious cars at some point, just because they're mental and they're kind of fun to use, so I'll probably go for one of those at some point. I just realised I'm in the lead. What am I driving in the lead? It looks like a Charger. Or is it a Challenger? No. Oh, it's a Charger. Not sure which Charger it is. Is it the Fast and Furious Charger? I've got hiccups now as well. That's irritating. Alright. Let's try to beat the me. Can we beat the me? That's the question. Not if I don't pay attention to what I'm actually doing. There we go. We are up the inside of me. Come on, me. You can still get second place. That's kind of worth it, right? As we sort of drift on into the harbour. I still don't remember to change gears because I can't hear the actual game while I'm playing it. In case you're curious, that's why I occasionally don't change gears fast enough. It's because I can't actually hear the game. Okay, continuing on, where are we going next? We have a circuit race to do. We have the sprint race behind us. I think we're gonna do that. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, it doesn't really matter either way, because both are like gonna chuck us basically the same way out as in. Because, you know, a cross-country race, I'm probably going to do that last. When does a cross-country race lead, exactly? Leads just into the city. Okay. Yeah, because hopefully if that cross-country race dumps us out at where we finished, we'll be right close to the outpost and we'll just be able to sort of... Yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. We'll be able to get into the outpost easier. I don't know why I'm having such a difficulty trying to translate thoughts today. It's just something stupid, apparently. Usually is with me. Anyways, we have another street race, of course, so let us do that. I don't think there'll be anything on the field to really take a photo of. I don't see anything different, really. So, yeah. Anyways, we shall continue onwards with our lovely, lovely Stingray, which is it's an okay car. Handling-wise, isn't the best. It isn't as good as what I'm led to believe it is in real life. Because apparently the Corvette's supposed to be a phenomenal handling car in real life. In the game, it's good. It isn't perfect, though. I remember when I used to drive this thing for Forza Top Gear laps in Forza 5. It wasn't amazingly good. I think it was one of the only cars in Forza 5 that I was significantly down on the real life stick with, because I think like his real life time was like something incredible, like a 1:17 or something stupid like that. And then in the game I could only manage like a 1:20 something, because it was like a very, very low 1:20. But it was a 1:20 just because the car, it doesn't handle quite as good as they made it out to be. Anyways, the only thing I really don't like about the modern C7 Corvette is the interior. It's an odd design. I don't really like having this sort of like digital gauge system, like with the rev counter and the speedo and so on, and then having like a normal analog speedo next to it. I just think that's weird. I don't know why you wouldn't either have it all be digital or just have you know, regular analog gauges. It is a bit strange. You know, the car is sort of like a mismatch of European and American tastes, is the C7 Corvette. But looks-wise, yeah, you can tell it's American. You can certainly say that much. But it has got a bit more flair to it than previous Corvettes. It isn't just like a big routy muscle car. It actually is better than that. Anyways, we won again. Nothing hugely exciting in that, is there? Because that's what usually happens. Anyways, 9,000 credits, 6,000 XP. We are going to level up to level 51, which means we need to do a spinaroo on the wheeloo and see what we can get. I'm not expecting a car. I'm expecting money again. Yep, 13k. So that means we've made 63,000 in wheel spins today. We have got a lot of money, 1.7 million. I'll probably buy some like big ticket vehicle at some point. You know, we will drive a hypercar and some supercars at some point, and they certainly cost money. So yeah, do not fret. Just because I have a lot of money now, don't think it's just going to be one of those things where I never spend it. I have got ideas for spendies. Spendies on all of the things. Right. Let us spinaroo our way into here. The main city circuit, apparently this one's called. I do like this car in red. It does look very, very nice in red. I will give it that much. You know, it's not like I've criticised the car. Oh boy, it's raining. Okay, maybe it's time to criticise because wet car, muscle cars. Oh dear. This might not end well. Right. Let's pray for the best. Again, I don't think there's anything to snapshot. Yeah, I think if you did like S1 class in the muscle car races, you'd have quite a few more cars to snap. I think the GT500's an S1 class car. The Viper and the Z06 are as well, so yeah. Maybe we'll do modern muscle again with a different class of vehicle at some point, but I don't really know. What I do know is I'm going to smash through some flower pots. And I'm in the lead once again. And once again I'm driving a Charger, although this one's a different Charger. This is a Charger with a crap design on it, because it's literally just a flower. And then it says Horizon, which isn't particularly Charger-ish, really. If you ask me, the Charger's not really all about flowers and looking pretty, but there we go. Just trying to slide this car now to get some style points. That's one thing it is good at. You can showboat Here's the thing, actually, you can showboat easily in this car, but like it's never uncontrollable. Like you can showboat it within the limits of yourself. Like there's no, when I'm sliding it around, there's no real threat of the car losing traction. Essentially, like, or should I say, like throwing me into a wall or anything like that. It's very controllable. It only has about 454 horsepower. You know, compared to, say, a Viper, which has 640. I mean, admittedly, a Viper doesn't slide. But that's not the point. And, like, the Z06 Corvette, that has, like, 640, I think. Yeah, I can just sort of effortlessly chuck around this car through the corners, and it's absolutely fine with it. Yeah, like I said, these things really are, for this sort of thing, admittedly I kind of cocked up there, but for this sort of thing, usually, they're pretty controllable cars, pretty good cars for just have some fun in, just go hooning with. But yeah, we may as well earn some skill points while we're doing this race, and as I said, you know, the Corvette is the great car to do that, is a great car to experience that in, apparently. I'm not even really pulling the handbrake on any of these, I'm just sort of chucking it into corners, feeding the throttle through to it, being nice, and because you've got to be a little bit gentle with it. It's a Corvette, you know, it can still kill you if it wanted to, it just usually it doesn't care enough to kill you. Also, I think the wet is helping tremendously with it. Oh no, I've lost my skill chain, for fuck's sake. I fucking hate skill chains. I mean, it's like, oh yeah, you crashed into a wall, therefore you lost all your skill. Oh no. I appreciate they can't let people go on with it forever, but it'd be nice if you could get a perk which, like, saves you once, essentially. And then, like, yeah, it, like, saves your skill points once. That'd be kind of neato. Anyways. 7,000 X Pizzle as we move Onzel to the final event, which is, of course, going to be a big thing for our mighty Corvette, because it's, of course, a dirt race, which I don't think this Corvette is particularly suited for. But there we go. Maybe it'll do okay. Maybe it won't. I don't know. I guess we shall find out, won't we? Whether this car makes a good dirt racer. I'm just going to fast travel up there, to be perfectly honest with you, because we're just going to have to drive up that same road. So, sod it, I'll show you what the fast travel anywhere perk does. Surprise, surprise, it lets you fast travel anywhere. And it is useful, you know, it is a useful thing to have, so. I also like the fact that they have the actual, like, proper Stingray badges on the fenders for this Stingray. I mean, I know people like the Stingray name. Personally, I like the name. It's just most of the cars associated with the Stingray I don't really like. Like, I don't like the... was it the C2 that was the Stingray? Or the C3? Call it C3 Stingray. Something like that. Yeah, didn't like that. Oh, there's a 2015 Mustang. That's another car that's actually notably absent from Horizon 3 is the Stingray Corvette. Oh, sorry, the 2015 GT Mustang. I assume Motorsport 6 will have it, or Motorsport 7 will have it back. I hope so. I was speaking to someone the other day about this. I don't really like the deletion of, like, obsolete cars in Forza games. You know, it's like for Motorsport 7, like, or Motorsport 6, they got rid of the SRT8 Challenger in favour of the Hellcat and so on. I don't really agree with doing that. You know, I kind of like having that, you know, those cars just so I can compare, you know, the previous ones. Also, I'm going to rewind there because that was a colossal fuck up by me. I don't really think it was a I don't know. I think it's just the car got sort of. Oh, the Mustang's trying to ram me off the road. Yeah, you can go round, because you're being a moron. Oh god. I didn't realise it was one of these sort of cross-country races, like the... I wish it was a trial race. I'd love to do some rallying in this car, but nope, we are doing some full-on off-roading. We are going sideways into the fence that is supposedly trying to show us where to go. I'm sorry, fence showing us where to go, but your time is up. This fucking Mustang just wants to, I don't know, be a threat. It's like, sir, you're not a GT350R, stop trying to out-handle a Mustang. Out-handle a Stingray, fuck's sake. Oh god, the brakes. There we go. We do stop, eventually. That's one thing the Mustang can't do. I can definitely confirm that. The 2015 Mustang has odd brakes that aren't particularly great. We scooted down this little alleyway here. I kind of like how this is one of the only cross-country races that really gets into the city, so you can actually sort of like race down some alleyways and take interesting routes. It'd be kind of fun if they did like one of these like races, like a alleyway brawl or something in the next few Horizon games, where you basically have to like take alleyways and stuff in the actual races. I'm sure there's some races that, you know, require you to do that anyway. I mean, this is one of them, but, you know, there's like an actual, like, maybe a showcase event with minis or something, I don't know. Anyways, that is it for Nissan Senna and the Modern Muscle Championship, because we are champion. Which means we need 6 more championships to unlock the Horizon finale. We get 10,000 credits, we get 5,000 XP. And we shall go ahead and road trip our way down to the festival once again.
Okay, that was the last championship of this road trip, which brings our time at Nissan Senna to a close. Meet up at the hub and we'll set off back to the festival for the awards party.
Yes. Right, I guess we shall go and do that. We shall road trip our way down to the festival. I don't think there's anything really going to pop up in Nice. There's no barn finds. I mean, there is a barn find near Nice, but I feel that's a later unlock, and there's also no showcase event to deal with this time round. So yeah, just a nice gentle cruise back. We'll take the Corvette, because why not? Corvette's a pretty good road trip car if you ask me. 7,000 XP, 6.4 miles to go on the road trip, just to make sure there is no simpler way back. I think the coastal road would actually be easier, but sod it, we'll take the motorway. Because if I take the motorway, we can build up a skill chain or something. So that'll be lovely. What is that? Oh yeah, the Camaro. I forgot they had the Z28 in this game, didn't they? Z28's a pretty good handling car. The only problem is no one really paid attention to it when it came in this game, and when it came into Forza Motorsport 6, it had the GT350 to contend with, which is a slightly better handling car, and is a lot more powerful, and I believe is actually considerably lighter as well. So yeah, the GT350 was better. Oh hey, an SLS. Was the SLS in? Is the SLS in Horizon 3, or am I just being stupid? I'm fairly certain it is. I should drive an SLS at some point. I don't think I've ever driven an SLS in a Let's Play, actually, come to think of it. So, actually, have I ever driven an SLS in a video, really? I hope I have, because I love the SLS. It's a cool car. I think I've driven it for some Top Gear lap stuff, but maybe I haven't driven a SLS properly. Maybe I need to do that. Because I think the SLS is one of the cars that, like, most people do agree with is one of the better Mercedeses. You know, even people who don't like Mercedes kind of like the SLS usually. Just because it's a mental mad, biggish muscle car. Also, there's a... what do you call them? Bowlers? I almost called it Plymouth. I don't know why. Ooh. Oh god. Skids. Skids are not fun. White Mike. What a name. What an imaginative name, no less. The amount of imagination that went into creating that name was truly something special. I'm sorry, A-Class, Mercedes A-Class. Mercedes A-Class, the official car of... I don't know. I sound like I want to go to bed. I'm not tired. I am going to make coffee shortly, though. Now I'm going to wait a bit, and then I'm going to record the next episode of this. Because I do kind of want to do a productive thing today. Because it's actually a day off that I've got, and it's like, holy crap, I have a day off, and the answer is, yeah, I know. I think I get Wednesday off this week as well, so... The plan is to probably be very, very productive today. I want to record a lot of episodes of this. I've already done another thing, and I'll probably do some Reach to Peak driving as well. Reach to Peak isn't too big a deal, because I can record that on the fly, usually. I can record that over multiple days, and it doesn't really take a lot of my upload to upload that, because it sounds like a 15-minute video. That's been rendered out in, you know, actually been properly edited, but these are usually done in, like, actual Elgato software, and the other thing I uploaded is, like, an hour long, so, yeah. Anyways, of course, we win all of the things, which is good. We need 6 more championships to unlock the Horizon finale, which does mean that our next go-around, if you will, is our final one before we reach the Horizon finale, so that should be pretty swaggin'. We get 11,000 credits, and yeah, we are going to end the episode off. We are done with Nice Messina. Next time we'll be heading out wherever the game wants us to head out. What car we'll be driving, I don't really know. I never really know, to be honest with you. I didn't know I was going to be driving the Stingray at the start of today, I can tell you that much. Anyways, friends, I want to thank you all very much for watching. My name is Emile, and until next time, farewell.